Hello and hi guys. I'll show you how to do a conflict map with points, or of course in the end you can visualize everything with points with it. I'll just going to do it about conflicts. I'm again working with the UCDP, and I thought I'll go for the war in Yugoslavia. Yeah, since I can show you some stuff. I already downloaded these, but I'll just show you how that. You don't even have to log in, so that's why I really like this page. And here, just so you also know what we're actually talking about, you see where people died. Now in this instance, exactly, and then it's geolocated. So yeah. Now what we need also is QGIS to do this in GeoLayers. This visualization. So okay, now it downloads it, but you can trust me. This one is the same. So in here we go up here. But I don't know how this is called in English, but you can even see it from the icon. Okay. Now here we have all the dots we wanted. I always like to have something of a base map still, so I'll just take street map. Check. So now we see what we're looking at. I really like this, but now here I just want the events from the Yugoslavian war itself without the Kosovan war. So we go in here, we say year with the filters. We go here and let's see what they have. We can just go until 1996. So we say it's smaller or equal to 1996. Okay. Now we see it's focused on especially Bosnia, of course. And now to use this in After Effects, there's different ways. For sure, I can also just let me shortly do a MapComp. I'll just go for social. Okay. I always like to use the satellite imagery from Esri. Not sure why people use Bing. I mean Bing, I think for near it looks great, but it's so ugly from far out. I don't know why people stop using Google Bing. Here, if you want to do it, okay, never mind. I won't rant about this now. So, here we have our beautiful MapComp, and now, of course, we can also just, here we have it, right? We can also just put that one in here for all the points, but it's a huge amount of points. It would work, I can tell you it would work. I think the biggest amount of points I've used in one project is like 30,000. So it is possible for sure, but I don't know. There's a new way I found out about in Boone's newest video. So yeah, let's do that one and call it data. Next, thank you. We just created for now. Okay, so if you want to draw it in over this menu here, you can actually just do that with the data you have now. If I double click here, it will center on the map. But like I said, I mean you can go into layer styles and do everything. But it will slow down everything a lot. So in case you have a bigger explainer, for instance here about the war of Yugoslavia, you of course want it to, you know, be smooth. And for that, we go back to QGIS. Now we have it already filtered, and even here you can also see, if you go to the count, you see here it's 10,000 events, so that will slow it down quite a lot. Now I will stylize it by the, here you see best estimate, so I'll also say and best estimate is lower or higher than 1. Okay, now it's 9,900. It really didn't do that much, but it could have saved us some points. And now this filtered one, we can export it as a GeoJSON. I already tested it out, that's why there's a Yugo already, so Yugo 1. Then here we actually don't need any of these, except of best estimate and I don't know what else. Whatever you're interested in, really. That's also what I really like about QGIS. You really see all the attributes you have in here. So yeah, but I actually really only want the best est of how many people died. Then we go in here now again, data, settings, and now here, down here you see data with circles, data with choropleth, and data with Heatmap. And actually we can also use the Heatmap for this one, but I'll first show you how to do it with circles, or maybe we can even combine it. I never tried this out. Okay, now here I actually, here, we go in here, GeoJSON, we select the GeoJSON of course, you go 1, and we already see all the points, which is nice. Then here we have to manually type in the attribute we want it to be stylized by, which didn't did anything. Nice. So we go into, that's now even the upgraded one, we go into filter and we see, okay, the highest one here, or probably it's even easier if we go in the attributes, then here we say best estimate, but it's not true. It is not true, right? We already saw one with 500, so why would it be hey, am I bugging or is this bugging? Whatever, okay, let's say 500. I saw it at some point. It's really weird. This shouldn't be, or I'll just try again over the filter property to see what the highest is. Here it's just about the data range we have of 5,000. Okay, it seems there's even a 5,000 one. That's a bit of a pain because that will mean probably max value radius is also better. Exactly, that's what happens. And now 5,000, and now we see it. Okay, now you see the visualization. Now we can here of course just change this to something like this, even though that's probably not the best one. So yeah, that one I'll tell you, take one of these two. You can even stylize it after with the tint effect. That will make your life easier than trying here, because here you can, like, if I do something here, I can do it. Now you see that doesn't change, so it's actually the best to just have it in this one. Okay, opacity, actually, let's see. Okay, I didn't, that's actually something I didn't like about this method, but if that's even possible, then that's extremely dope. Maybe we can also put the max radius a bit down. Okie dokie. Yeah, okay. I think I like it like that, so we go to apply. No attribution here. Now you already see it. Now we have all the dots, and in comparison to the other method, it's really handy, and you can still just move around here. Now be aware, it changes over the zoom level. That's the good thing. If you want to have a zoom level visualization where you go and you zoom in here, you zoom in there, and you don't want it to change, then the other method is better. But like this it will also work. Now I'll do it even a bit smaller, but here I put a tint effect on it first, so you also see that. I hope that works easily. Yeah, okay, that looks quite how it should, right? So we go into data again. I don't like the circles are too big for me right now. In here and even way down actually. Can do it like, let's try. Oh, or I could have also finalized it. Sometimes it also behaves differently once it's finalized. Since like that, it's, yeah, exactly. Since like that, it's doing it for a different it's doing it for a different zoom level, since it's not finalized. So I'll go in here again and just make it a bit bigger actually. Like that. Okay, and now you see where the most people died in the Yugoslavian war, according to this data source, of course. It's also sometimes, I don't know, I mean, it will let you visualize it, so that's the good thing. I'll shortly do the attribution here a bit smaller, since now it's going clearly further than it should. Yeah, like that, it's really amazing. Okay, we have the tiles here. Then we also have, of course, to say where we have the data from. Uppsala conflict data program, UCDP, if I'm not completely wrong. UCDP, okay, yes. UCDP, we can even make that a bit smaller if you want. To have it the same font, you can also go into world MapComp, then look where the attribution is here, provider attribution, and then change this one also. So now it's the same font. Okay, that's actually a bit too light. Yeah, not the best, but it is. Okay, now let's actually also save that at some point. Now this is just here. My download folder, my poor download folder. So, and now for instance you could say, I also want to have the borders of Yugoslavia. Now the good thing about this is that they are reflected in modern day borders, so we just select Slovenia, Croatia. If you, you can just click in here, but then it's always the natural earth borders, or you can also change that in your settings, but it will be the natural earth borders by default, so just know that. Do we have everyone? No, North Macedonia. Which means for our type of visualization this won't be a problem, but natural earth, often it's not that detailed. You see it here, for instance. It's not very detailed, so if you for instance want to show specific stuff, then use not natural earth, but for this one it will do it. We will merge the features, and now actually thinking about it, I can even export this, call it Yogo borders, Ksugo borders, and now that's actually the tutorial Boone made, and it's super amazing. So if you haven't seen it, now for us it won't do a lot since it's natural earth. Would have been okay since it's not very detailed with the polygons, but still I'll show you also how you do this. But also make sure you go to Boone and give a like to his video, because I just, in general, all this database, I've never looked at it. So he used the choropleth, and then Yugo borders, and now you see it, we have it here and it will scale. Now, like I said, for natural earth, since it's not very detailed, it's not that dramatic, but if you have the OpenStreetMap data, it's really nice. We don't have any stuff there. Create. Now we actually have 3 MapComps here. I'll go down with that one, and okay. North Macedonia, nobody died, lucky them. Okay, now we have it like that. Of course that looks super trash, so we go to fill, give it a darker look. And now the amazing about the fill thing is, let's first go like that and then invert it, and now we have a nice highlighted satellite view, and you see where Yugoslavia was, just based on, yeah, like that. I really like it. We have a focus, then it again wants to give me attribution. I really don't like the attribution. Okay, so yeah, but now actually thinking of it, we can also, since I didn't thought of doing that, so provider attribution template X, Control X, and now we have it here, and we put it at the beginning, and then we also take it out of the world MapComp, since now it's separated here. So always important have this on, say where you have your data from, etc. So nice. Now we have this. I already like this quite a lot, but of course we don't have a title yet, really. But yeah, that's how you can do it. Maybe we go a bit lower since it's for social. Then we have a bit space for the title. Maybe have a small zoom. I just hope it's not over. Now here, if you go into the zoom, control arrow down or up. Okay, I will just focus now on this area since that's where the people died. Sorry, Northern Macedonia, for the disrespect. Okay, and now we finalize it shortly, or at least this one we finalize, so we also know how it will look and if it changes over the zoom level, because I don't like, yeah, chances are high it will change even though we just have a small zoom. Okay, it won't. But what you see here also is you can, for instance, with the other visualization, if you do it over the menu itself, not over this type, then you can also have it always the same size regardless of the zoom size. Now here, even I couldn't, for instance, say this one is 5,000, right? I couldn't have a legend. Now that's just approximately. I couldn't have a legend here and say that's 5,000. All I can do is probably say I can do like a gradient ramp maybe and just say so ramp something like this. Then here we say what is it exactly? 507. Yeah, because now it's the same thing there. Then we also need a background for this. That fill. I always like to use the fill effect. Not sure why exactly. I mean, it has some benefits, but I maybe overdo it a bit. Yeah, that's the problem a bit. Now we can't. Otherwise, we could have said, if the circle is this big, it's that many people who died. Now we can do that. Okay, I like this one already. Now I'm also just telling you, you can of course invest way more time than I do, but I am a bit under pressure since we'll leave in like 1 hour. Best estimate of dead people. Trying to humanize everything. Dead humans. Does it sound better? Dead human or dead soldiers. I think they also have a category for civilians, but I mean, I don't think it's not that much. Mostly, I don't know how exactly they do it. Since, for instance, I once checked out the war in Ethiopia, and it's the estimates of that even though here it also seems a bit like, I mean, it's the total, which of course it's not. Legend, color, or I call it color legend. Color legend. Estimate of dead humans. Okay, maybe like that it will work. Okay. Oh, how is it so far down? Now I really like this, so I pre-comp this and call it legend. And then I put it here. Since if I would have done that before, I would have had a bit of trouble with the gradient here, since I put it here as the effect. Let me check. Yeah, like that. I don't have that. So I can also maybe put it up here. Or like here, since yeah, okay, that would actually also work. But I want the background to be different. Ah, yeah, that doesn't work. I wish it's possible, but I think I can put down the transparency a bit, and that will work. Exactly. Okay, looks a bit better. And with all of that, I then give a drop shadow, just so it's a bit separated from the actual visualization. So then Balkan Wars, or human cost of Balkan. Why Balkan? I even did an exchange semester at in Nairobi, and they even said the Balkan Wars. I mean, in the end, Greece or Bulgaria or even Turkey really weren't part of it. Human cost of Yugo Wars, even rhymes, so it's a good title. Okay, now what also could be interesting, thinking of it, is modern day borders with the why don't I even search here? Human cost of Yugo Wars. It really sounds good. Someone should do a song about it. Okay, like this. Do we need? I could even also. No, let's keep it like that. Human cost of Yugo Wars, but it seems like it should be a bit more up, right? Here, and then we go to latitude. Yes, let's go. I'm on the wrong direction, but I'm heading there. So, okay, like that. By the way, I didn't download Slovenia because there were no fatalities in this task. Okay, now here we have all the borders also like that, which is of course exactly what we want. So we go here and check that we don't have individual layers, since we don't need them. So we put it like that. Draw features. I think it's actually already perfect. It will always spawn upon the anchor. That's something I learned recently. So if you want them all to be up here, just put the anchor up here. Now, okay, the borders are maybe a bit thick. Let's go down to 4. Yeah. Big fan of overlay. Yeah, looks okay. Is it too slim? No, it should be good actually. And that's how we can do such a visualization. Yeah, I think that's okay for this tutorial. If you have any questions, write them in the comments or whatever. If you have anything on your heart you want to say, write it in the comments. If it's a love letter to your wife, feel free. Yeah, that's actually that. But just realized, of course, here it shouldn't be 0, it should be 1, since I don't show. Of course, it's in here. Check. Okay. No, not check. Data is in, we have the legend, we have the title. The title could of course be even bigger actually, since there's a bit of space. Now I did it in social without the safety, so of course actually I should have this one here, thinking of it, but maybe now I can still take it down a little. Maybe even. Come on, come on, come on. Put it below the point. So if I go here, I can even put it here now. Yeah, maybe that's better. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that also gives us more space on the other side. I like that actually a lot. So I'll change this up again a bit, go a bit further here. Okay. Oh, and actually I also told you I can also show you. Maybe won't look that bad. Now the thing is, right now, for instance, if we have multiple points at a certain area, that's why I like to do it with transparency, so you see that also, and actually it's quite a lot. If you have that, you can actually also just use a heat map, which I normally, you could include that also without that, with Mapbox into this into GeoLayers, but it's quite a pain. So heat map. Now again we go to database and surprise, take the heat map one. GeoJSON, of course, it's this one. Yes. Then again, est property value max 5000. Even though now of course it's a heat map, so it will add up it all together based on its geographical nearness to each other. So maybe we can go to 12,000 here. We can also still change this, by the way. And now you see what you see here. Now it's very depending on the zoom level. So just know that. Yeah, but I think it's okay. Styling intensity, here you can also change how it looks. I always like to have a smaller radius so it looks a bit more detailed. Show background? No, we don't want to have the background. Apply. Now we also, you see it, I mean it's the difference from the points to the heat map is actually not that big. Maybe it is once we finalize it. Let's shortly finalize. I always finalize with control, so we only finalize the current frame and not, especially if you have a zoom level, that can be. Okay, now that's our heat map. Of course, who am I putting some tint in these? Okay. Actually, we like this. I think we can just say at some point, maybe I think here, I think the zoom stops, so we can say here. then we go to 0, and then this is the heat map, right? So why do I still see the oh, I wanted to do that. Where are the data points? Here. Good. Now here there's nothing, right? Okay, perfect. And now we go to the heat map and we time reverse them, and now it's actually, yeah, nice. Nice. But actually, speaking of it, the legend still has to disappear also. Here, legend away. Yeah, so that's how you can do yeah, point visualizations, point data visualizations with GeoLayers, while still having quite a functional still having quite a functional GeoLayers project. Maybe you can say it's too small, could go bigger, especially here, but let's go for the safety. Save. Okay, whatever. I'll leave it for this tutorial. You now saw how it's done. You can, of course, also, like I said, do everything over these points here, but it will slow it down a lot, since, yeah, especially if you have here probably like 10,000 points, it's just quite a pain. So let's leave it at that for the moment. If you also want a tutorial about the other stuff, I can, of course, show you. Then finalize, and I think you saw the thing already at the beginning. Peace!